All right, guys, how's it going? Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about Arne and Fabrizio Romano. Mo Salah! Him. Now, if you're not from around these parts, you probably don't understand why we shout Mo Salah when we mention Fabrizio Romano. So, basically, Renter Tweet has been chiming in quite a bit the last few days in relation to question marks over Arne Slot's future, right? I'm not really sure whether people are asking Renter Tweet, Romano, things about Slot or not, but he certainly keeps mentioning it, all right? Now, for those of you that don't know, Romano, while he is obviously very well connected to a number of agents in the game and can help drive up, transfer valuations and fees and secure better deals for players, he's certainly connected within the, the transfer industry, if you like, with the agents and things like that, and some clubs. However, he is not connected to Liverpool Football Club. So when Romano says anything about Liverpool, I never pay any attention, unless it's about someone like Federico Chiesa, because of the obvious connection to his agent, right? If you think back to the Chiesa deal, Romano was ahead of everybody with that, right? So Romano's someone you keep an eye on, but you don't pay a lot of attention to when it comes for feeling from within Liverpool Football Club. I don't, you can. Obviously, that's very nice of me, letting you decide what you can think, isn't it? But what I'm saying is I don't pay attention. However, I know some of you like to know what he says. And I'm seeing various headlines cropping up and clickbaity things in relation to his quotes today that are along the line of, Romano provides Arne Slot sacking update or possible sack update and things like that. Basically, this is what he had to say. I've seen two quotes from him, and they say as follows, or he says as follows: Liverpool have not contacted the agent or representative of any other managers because there is absolutely no intention to change anything. There remains full trust in Arne Slot from the players and from the club. The other quote is, Liverpool keep believing Arne Slot is the right man for this job, is the right man to fix the situation, is the right man to help this team perform after many signings, after many changes, after many different things compared to last season. And so Liverpool maintain their confidence in the manager. Always, be cautious when you see quotes, circulating, because someone might have altered them a little bit or might not have got them exactly right. I haven't heard those quotes myself. I haven't seen them come out of Fabrizio Romano's mouth, but those quotes are circulating around online right now. It's up to you whether you trust the man, whether you really think someone at Liverpool's going, all right, Fab, how's it going, mate? We're just letting you know we're not... Do you really believe that? I don't, right? But let's take a look at them. Right, so basically the line here is that Liverpool have complete faith and trust in Arne Slot, as do the players, right, okay? Liverpool maintain their confidence in the manager. The club trusts him, the players trust him, etc., etc. Liverpool have not contacted the agent or representative of any other managers, right? Do you believe that? I would believe that, I think. I don't think Liverpool will be doing anything in the background. However, when we have a live stream or when we discuss the manager's performance, between ourselves in the comments section or on the members' website here behind me, VIP members' website, I love you, no. Are you a VIP? You fucking hero. If you're not, well, there's a link in the video description. No, when we're having a debate on the members' website, people will say, look, hypothetically, if things went pear-shaped, if things went tits up, what would we do? Who would we go for? Now, to think that if you're in a high position at Liverpool Football Club, you hire and fire the manager, what would you be thinking right now? It's obvious, isn't it? You'd be sat there going, well, I hope he turns it round. I got fit. Because what do you think? Right now, as a fan, right? I get people coming to my live streams. I would say 80% of people at the moment are, leave it as it is. We can't just go sacking people, blah, blah, blah. Be turning into a Manchester United, for example. Some people are a bit like, No, get rid of him now. He's not up for the job, right? Who knows who's right and who's wrong? But me, where I am, I'm like, look, this just tranquilo. Let's just see what happens. But still, it's fairly, understandable that some people might go, well, if he had to go, who would we look at? You're telling me that Michael Edwards wouldn't be sat thinking this, right? Of course he's thinking it. He has to be. But he'll be sat there like me, I'm sure, going, let's not be stupid and hasty. Let's see what happens. But there has to be contingency. There has to be things in people's minds all the time. Have they gone out to contact anyone right now? Nah, I don't think so. But I think that we would be very naive if we went, nah, they're not thinking like that. You've got to think like that. You've got to think, what the fuck, what if that happens? Do you know what I mean? Let's put it this way. Let's put it in a language you might understand, right? Well, nightclubs open a little bit longer now, right? And it depends where you are in the world, but let's just pretend the nightclubs close at 2 p.m. like they used to do in England when I was a lad growing up. So, it's coming up to 20 to 2, quarter to 2, 10 to 2, and you've got to put that contingency in plan, haven't you? You're looking at the bird and you're thinking, I want to shag the arse off it. And you've been looking at her all night long. But as it's approaching 2 o'clock and you're getting cock blocked by your mates or someone else is taking her for a dance, you're sat there, aren't you, and you're thinking, I might have to go with that fucking bunter over there and might have to settle for that. You're always thinking ahead, right? Even if you're a fella. I don't care what you say. Do you know what I mean? It's right. It's like you might have your eye on something and think, but what if I don't pull her? Am I gonna go home and knock one out, or am I gonna settle for that? Do you know what I mean? You've got to think. You've always got to think ahead, all right? So, all right, that might be on a different level, all right? But if you're Michael Edwards, you think, well, I hope everything works out. I hope I pull the bird over there. But if not, I might have to look elsewhere. Do you get me drift? You know what I'm saying? So right now, I don't think they'll be doing anything. But I think it would be really naive to go, well, of course they're not thinking that he's the man for the job. Of course the line is, no, we're all right. We're all right. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? We'll settle for something somewhere. Anyway, that's what Fabrizio Romano's got to say. Not that I give a fuck what Fabrizio Romano's got to say. Well, what are you talking about him for? Because I know that some people do. And I know that people are retweeting it, reposting it, and what fucking everything else as well. All right? All right. Right, I'm out of here. Can anyone relate to that story of approaching 2 o'clock in the morning? I'll tell you a quick story. Log off now if you want. I'll tell you a quick story. This is true. My best friend Kenny, he died when he was 37, right? We were in a nightclub one night. It was approaching 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was with the munter, right? And I was snogging this bird up against the wall in the nightclub, and my mate kept coming. He was behind her shoulder, like so I'm like that, right? And in his end, he's going, and I'm like, what? Right? He's there, right? And he's going, and he come over to me, whispered me, and he went, she's a fucking dog. Maybe that's an awful thing to say, right? But that's how fellas sometimes speak to it. But he knew her, right? He knew this lass. And he said to me, he went, don't you piss. Trust me, mate. I went, she's all right, right? So I agreed to meet this girl, right, the next day at the cinema. I said, we'll go to the cinema tomorrow night if you want, right? Well, I went the next night without her drinking me, and she was walking down the road, and I swear, she was like that, waddling down fucking street. And I looked and I was like, oh my God, he was fucking right. I spoke to him before I went to the cinema, and I went, you got bird last night? He went, don't go, mate. Honest, I went, I can't stand her up, man. That's rotten. He went, mate, you were drunk. Honest, don't go. And I went, no, I've got to go. And it was outside what was called the Royal Opera House in Scarborough. It was a cinema, it's gone now, right? And she come down the street. Well, I've never fucking been so disappointed in all my life. Honest, and I did the most awful thing ever. But I was a young lad. You've got to remember this. I was a young lad. You know what I mean? I was, well, late teens, let's say. Maybe early 20s. I can't remember. No, I can't have been early 20s. So it don't matter. But I was a young lad. It's brutal. And I says to her, I need to go to the toilet. Can you just wait there a minute? And I went over the road. There's a car park just over the road, and there is a toilet. I said, I'll just be back. Well, I fucking legged it. No, I could run then. I legged it. I felt awful. But I couldn't. He was right. If you enjoyed this video, if you found this video informative to do with Liverpool at least, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. There's a love heart under the video. If you want more stories, hit the love out. All right. Oh, we'll hit the love out. All right. 20 past 2. Yeah, you just love out under the video if you want to support my channel. I'm going out for a few beers this afternoon because my mates are over from Scarborough. That's right, they're over from Scarbados, from the Costa del Yorkshire. So I'm going out for a few sherbets. So there's a link in the video description called Revolut. It flashes up on my phone, right? So if you sat there now and you're thinking, I could get dunk a bit. If you hit that Revolut, it'll flash up on my phone. It'll go, Red Dave's just bought dunk. And I'll be like, oh, look at that. Fucking Dave, what a legend. If I win lottery, I've got my lotteries on for tonight. The best thing you ever did. But I can't, because I might not win lottery. All right, I'm just saying I'll look after you if you look after me. All right, I'm off. See you in a bit. All right.